Hello everybody, welcome to our practical application of grammar, which is trying to find our verb phrases. My dog Penny, come here, come here. She likes to get in all of the shots, so we'll move her off to the side. Okay, so I have 3 sentences that we're going to be going through together. And when we go through these sentences, we are going to follow the order of events, the order of operations here. So the first thing that we're going to do to break down the sentence is find the prepositional phrases. After we do that, we're going to look at those verbs, we're going to find the verb phrase, and then label them active or linking verbs. Okay, so that's our job here today. We're starting by finding our prepositional phrases because we know that the verb is not going to be in there. Remember, no important parts of the sentence are in that prepositional phrase. This box here is what we used last week to help us find those prepositions. So we're going to do that again first, and only after we've completed it will we move on to find the verbs. Okay, so let's begin looking at this first sentence. The man in the blue car was slowly driving toward me. I recognize in as a preposition. In what? The blue car. So I'm going to end my prepositional phrase there. I could go further. I could circle my preposition, label my object of the preposition, recognize that these are both adjectives that are describing the object. But all in all, I want to make sure I chunk out my prepositional phrase. Okay? Let's see if there are any more. The man in the blue car was slowly driving toward me. That shows a location. Toward is my preposition or direction. Me is the object of the preposition. Okay? So now when I'm looking, Penny, she's got to make this complicated, isn't she? Come here, Penny. Come on. All the way. Come on. Okay, stay. All right. So now that I have my prepositional phrases chunked out, I can look at the rest to find my verb. Essentially, I just eliminated a bunch of stuff in the sentence that's going to confuse me. I'm going to get rid of it. I could cross this out, okay, so that I know I'm not looking at that anymore. Now I'm left with the man was slowly driving. Verbs either show action of your physical, of something physical, of something mental, or they show a state of being, as in a linking verb, like is, or all of those to be verbs. So it's either an action or a state of being. What would my action be in this sentence? It would be driving. Now I want to make sure that when I'm finding my verb phrase, I'm not just underlining this. I want to find all of those helpers too. Any helping verb that goes into here. If I'm not sure if a word is a helping verb, I'm going to go to this box and I'm going to look through these words. Okay? I can see that was is a helping verb. So I know that my verb phrase starts here with was. Was, I'm going to keep going here. Was slowly driving. Oh, wait a second. Slowly is an adverb. It's one of those adverb interrupters. It's describing how they were driving. So this is not part of my verb phrase. So I'm going to underline only this. Was driving as the action in my sentence. Okay, so that's what I did. I found my verb phrase. Now the very, very last thing we want to do is we want to make sure, well, not make sure, we want to check and see if it's either an active verb or a linking verb. What do you guys think? I think you're knowing that this is active, right? I'm going to label this active. It's something that's being done, okay? It's not just linking two ideas. If I wasn't sure though, if driving is active or linking, I could do the substitution test and I could replace this word with one of these to be verbs. So I could put being in there. The man was slowly being. If that changes the meaning of the sentence, then it's not linking. It's active, okay? So we found it. We did it, okay? verb phrase was driving, and that verb is active. Now we're going to do the same thing in the second sentence. First of all, we're going to find and get rid of those prepositional phrases so that they don't mess us up. So let's find them. The sales clerk had felt the soft material of the velvet dress. Here we go. Prepositional phrase of the velvet dress. Let's get rid of that so that doesn't confuse us here. I'm going to switch colors on this one. How does that sound? Okay, now I have the sales clerk had felt the soft material. What's the action here, or what's the state of being? What is the man doing? I guess clerk could be a female. What is the clerk doing? Right here, right? Felt. I'm going to underline that. Now, is that it? Is that the whole verb phrase, or are there any helping verbs? I'm looking. Oh, had is a helper. Had felt is my verb phrase here. 2 words. It doesn't look like there's any interrupters. It doesn't look like it's a compound verb phrase with another action. It's just together like that. Okay, so now that we've found it, let's figure out, is that an active verb or is that a linking verb? In order to figure it out, if I'm not sure, I can replace it again with one of these linking verbs. Been would be a good one, okay? The sales clerk had been, or is, I could just throw is in there, the sales clerk is the soft material, or had been the soft material. Does that make sense to throw is in there, to throw a to be verb in there? The sales clerk is not the soft material, right? So this is not a linking verb. This is an active verb. Does that make sense? I hope so. You know, guys, I am going to be opening up a Zoom session in the middle of the week so that you guys can talk to me one-on-one or as a group, and we can go through some of these together if you have any questions or things like that. Okay, so just know that that's coming too. Okay, last sentence. The velvet material on the table felt soft. Let's do our steps. First thing we're going to do, get rid of any prepositional phrases so they don't mess us up. The velvet material, here we go. On is a preposition. On what? On the table. Let's get rid of it. The velvet material felt soft is what I'm left with. Okay, what's my action here? Not material. What's my state of being? Felt. Oh, look, it's the same word. Are there any helpers? Anything that matches any of these words on here? It doesn't look like it, huh? Nope, so felt is the whole verb phrase all by itself. Last step, let's decide whether it's active or whether it's linking. Remember, if it's linking, we can replace it with one of these to be verbs at the very top. Let's throw is in there. The velvet material is soft. Let's see. The velvet material is soft. Well, that pretty much conveys the same meaning, doesn't it? What they're trying to show is that soft and material go together. So I'm going to label this one a linking verb. Okay? Stay tuned for some group sentence activities. Bye. Penny says bye.